Hello, welcome to your 30-minute kettlebell and body weight workout. I'm your instructor, Angie Johnson, and I hope you have some appropriate weight kettlebells, your water, soft space to do it. As you can see, I'm here in my basement, and it's not too hot, not too cold, but we're gonna get warm really soon. I'm gonna just turn on the music. It's about 30 minutes. If you need to pause it anytime, go do your thing, come back, but hopefully you can stick with it and just go all the way through. Anyway, welcome. We're gonna start with some jump rope, nice light jump rope. And as you can see, I'm really light on my feet, never pounding. And if your knees are not in the greatest, strongest moment of their lives, you can just do this calf raise. Now I'm gonna hop, 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 standing nice and tall as I hop, really light, tightening up the midsection here. And the nice thing about jump rope, it's an imaginary jump rope, but you can get your wrists warmed up too. You can go backwards, you can go forwards, you can go like this, skipping a bit as you jump rope, and you can get fancy if you like. You can go faster, or you can go nice and slow at your own pace. But this is a great way to get warmed up, get ready for what's to come, and elevate our heart rate a little. And we're going to be doing some more moves that will help us get the most out of our workout and avoid injury. Never want to be injured when we're training. So that's why the warm-up, one reason why the warm-up is important. You're here now, committed to 30 minutes together. Oops. And back to the jump rope. Smile on my face, because it's going to be a good one. Okay. And now I just want to take the heels back. Take the heels back. Hamstring kicker. Here, connect your heels with your butt if you can, or step it out. And the whole time I'm doing this, I'm actually breathing through my nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Good. And the reason we want to, now I'm just leaning on one leg and then the other. As you can see, I'm training barefoot because I like to strengthen my feet and the ankles. And just going side to side here, feeling a bit of a stretch in the inner thighs. Right there, coming over. Getting some hip mobility in here. Hips, such an important joint. Right in the center, you can walk your hands over. You know, we're not all gonna have the same range of motion, of course. Now I'm gonna go to this side. Pop down, you can always drop your knee if you wanna do that. And the reason we're talking a lot about the hips and the hamstrings, and especially your glutes, we're going to be talking a lot about the glutes, is because those are part of your posterior chain in the back. Posterior, meaning my back side, and I want to really activate that because it can be deactivated just by general daily life, right? We're always using the quads here. That's what is normal, but to prevent injury and to even out those muscle imbalances, really want to train all of this good stuff, powerful muscle groups back here, okay? So that's what we're going to do. And right now, I'm going to do a stationary race. So my legs are static, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. And I'm going to watch the clock. Starting 3, 2, 1. I'm going to race with my arms. So stationary, arms raise. And We did a lot with our legs already, and now we're going for it with our arms. 30 seconds on this side, and then I'm gonna switch it right over. So we've got about 12 seconds left. Sprint, sprint, sprint. Faster, faster. Bring that elbow back as far as you want. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step and switch, or hop it out, and I'm gonna go in 3, 2, and 1. Race, 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 race with these arms. Race with the arms. Really feel it coming out of your middle here. Okay, your core is involved here. Absolutely. When your arms are moving like this, that's what's going. Okay, 15 more seconds. We're half finished. Come on, sprint toward the finish line with me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sprint, sprint, sprint. Okay, almost there. 6 seconds. Yes, the arms are going. Arms are going. Racing, almost there. And time. Good. Awesome. Really good. And now, when you're ready, maybe after a sip of water, you can join me on the floor. We're going to activate our glutes by going into a nice little glute bridge. If you can get down to the floor without using your hands, that's a nice little way to measure your one aspect of your mobility. Doesn't say everything, but it can tell you, you know, how controlled you are. If I get a bell, then that means I can pop it underneath here. So find that spot where your heels are close enough that it's not gonna, you're not way out here, because that would put more pressure on your quads. Okay, we don't want that, and we don't want it too close either. You can see how this doesn't work either. So kind of below your knees. It's a good angle. You don't have to have this bell here, but this bell is motivating me to get my hips up to the sky and really use the glutes. Less the hamstrings, more the glutes to push those hips up. Okay, and I don't want to overextend, so if maybe that's too high, or if you're using a water bottle that's too tall, you know, you don't have to overextend, but I do want those hips up. Okay, it's because we want to make sure those glutes are firing. Okay, that means they're doing their job. When we get into the swings, you can try single leg here. Okay, better get my hips up. And you can just do double feet the whole time. And rest. Good. Now we want to go right into, we want to go right into 40 swings. I like the number 40 because you can gauge yourself. Can you get 40 done in 1 minute? Well, 1 minute's coming up on the timer here. So let's see if we can do 40 in 1 minute. I'm not teaching you how to swing, but I will remind you. And I'm swinging for it. Feet are shoulder width apart. About. You can adjust what feels good for you. Using the glutes, squeezing the glutes right here, and right here. Hips are popping. Here, in a good way. Not using the arms at all. The bell is just an extension of the arms. Feet are firmly rooted in the ground. And at the top of the swing, when the bell is about shoulder height, then I'm standing tall, but never backward bending. Keep swinging. Never want to be like this. That would be off balance. That'd be a liability on your back. I'm going to finish up with you. Last 10 seconds, guys. Last 10 seconds. Guys and girls. Okay. Swing in and out. Swing in and out. 3, 2, 1. And bell comes back. And release the bell right where you picked it up. Now, I hope you feel your glutes right about now. Especially if you have a good weight. But maybe you're just using a jug of sealed jug of laundry detergent, or that 4 liters of water. And that's a very good start, as long as we make sure our form is always perfect. Okay, otherwise there's not really much point, and it could be actually harmful if we're not doing the right form. Okay, and I would never want that for you guys. So if you have any questions about how to do the swing, you know who to call. Okay. Next one is gonna be down on the ground, and we're gonna use our core again. Of course, that last one was using our core, but this is an extended plank, okay? See how long you can hold it. So I'm gonna be down on my toes, and I'm on the elbows. Here, as you can see, I'm on the elbows, and I'm just gonna push my legs up, my toes a little farther, so you can see the angle is more of an obtuse angle of my arms right here. Okay, instead of the shoulders being over the elbows, I just want to walk out a little bit more in an extended plank. You can hear I'm working, right? Holding it in. The back is pretty flat. Everything's engaged. Everything's working. Focusing. Also looking at the clock. Don't worry, hold it. You can always rest your knees for a second. Come right back up. And training our core here in isometric position. So that means opposing muscles, and I'm coming down now, but you can stay for a few more moments. Opposing muscles are holding yourself in place there. That's a phenomenal way to train using body weight and isometrics. But right now, I'm gonna grab this bell, and if you know how to rack it up here, single arm rack, okay, offset, so just one side. If you want to help yourself get it up there, if you're not quite sure how to clean, and I do teach that other places. But if we have it right here in the V of our arm, and then this is a strong straight wrist, and then we're just going to cat squat it out, okay? So this knee comes up, this arm has the bell. This knee comes out, this arm has the bell, and we're gonna squat, and we're gonna squat. Now where you put your foot might look different, but I'm on my toe, okay? I don't have the heel on the ground. I like to have the toe like a cat squat, similar to karate move, martial art motion. That's what kettlebell kickboxing is all about. And then if you've done this workout recording a few times and you want to level it up, then you add this thruster press here. Coming up, go all the way up. When you're ready, that's how to progress it. Okay? And make sure my toe is up there. Down and up. Training one side at a time. Great to do unilateral, single arm, single side stuff. Good. So that was the cat squat, and now we're going to put the bell on the ground, and we're gonna be in the supine position. So leaning back on the elbows, feet are gonna go together, then we're gonna go round the mountain. Try not to knock over this bell. See how you can control your legs, extend and pulling in, extend and pulling in. If you really want to level up, you can just hold your arms here and coming down, but always make sure your lower back is safe. So if you're down here, you have it flat on the ground, otherwise with your elbows. But if you're ever not feeling it, you can move to one leg. That's a bit less asking your body just to do that much. Might be better for you, depending on what stage you're at. We're extending one side, then the other side. Nice work. Okay, I'm gonna water up here. Then we're gonna do some more stuff on the ground. So we have the side plank. Okay, side plank on the right side. Doesn't really matter for here. You can start on your non-dominant side or your dominant side. So here I am on the low plank, the elbow plank, also known as the Sphinx plank. Then I'm gonna rotate this arm, bring it out, and now my weight is more distributed, And I'm gonna keep this hip up, point up to the sky. You can look up and smile. Now you got options for your feet. The ankles can be stacked. Notice I'm not doing this, okay? I don't want to sag to the floor, but my obliques are getting trained here. Or you can have one foot in front of the other to take a bit of the weight off, or you can support yourself even more like this, just until you work up to doing longer periods of time, really bringing it in, centering it in for that core workout. And that's what we're doing today. And now we're gonna cat squat out on the left side. So I'm racking it up here just to show you to rack it up. I'm gonna corkscrew my elbow here, have it in this V, wrist is straight. I'm gonna take my toe, my heel up, and cat squat, and you can have your hand here, or it can be out for balance. Really good for your glutes, absolutely. Out like this. When you're ready, you can take it up. You can have your hand here by your face, like those martial artists, always on guard. And guard position. Keep that heel up. Keep yourself on your toes. Your toe here. The other foot is nice and planted in the ground. Pushing up all the way through. This is a knee bend. Right there. Knee bend. One more time. And I'm exhaling as I come out. Control on the way down. I don't want to just, let's put this bell down. No, we always want to control, even on the way down from the press. Okay, even putting it down. Gotta make it look good. We're not gonna be sloppy trainers, okay? People in training. We're not gonna do that. Now, back down on the floor. I'm glad I have my lemon water there. And gonna grab the bell by the horns. If you know your kettlebell anatomy, you know these are the horns right there. And you can have your bell on your chest, and then you're gonna come down. You can press it up from your chest, and it might dip a little and come down. Dip a little, come up, knees are bent. I'm not putting my toes underneath the edge of the couch or anything. Please don't do that, okay? If it's not working for you, you can cross your arms like this, and you can even help yourself. Go down 5 times on one side to the elbow and down, and then 5 times on the other side to the elbow and down, as you're teaching your body the progressions, okay? This is much better than just struggling to blast your way through it by tucking the feet under the couch, or you don't have to be here right when you first start. That's why we have progressions, and that's what motivates us to keep going, because you can say to yourself, I want to get there, and I can get there. You have amazing potential, and I want you to try your best, safely, of course, having fun. And now we're gonna go on the side plank on this side, okay? So here's how it is. Side plank, so low plank, then spread this arm out and have it distributed. Remember the options for your feet. Your ankles can be stacked, or you can have one in front of the other, or you can just tuck your leg there. That's good too, but I want to keep my hip. You know your plank is alive when your hip is up. Now there are exercises where we do this hip dip, but that is not right now, okay? So stay with me. A few more seconds. Can we stay for 10 more seconds? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, all the way down to 3, 2, 1, and you can come out. Yes, now we did both sides of that. Awesome. Now I'm gonna mid-rack this kettlebell. Now we're training in all planes of motion, That's what I'm trying to say. Trains and planes. Training and plane. Okay. So I'm going to take this leg out to the side. That's what I mean. We're going to the side now. The bell is here by the chest. The knee is over the toe or behind. And you don't have to go super deep. If you want to try this with no bell, you can. To the other side now. It takes a phenomenal amount of glute strength, leg right here, to be able to get your body weight up to center. So try first without the bell, if that's what you want to do. Then I'm going to press it in the middle. We're doing a bit of geometry, a bit of triangle. We're making a triangle shape with our bell, coming to center, coordinating with this bell and these movements. To the side, and up, to the side, and back up. Great. Feels really good. Now, back down on the ground. This is called fire drill. So we're gonna stop, drop all the way to the floor, and roll. Roll, push yourself up. Try in one time, all at the same time. And then you can hop up, you can turn it into a burpee, go down, all the way down, stop, drop, and roll. Fire drill, hot, hot, hot. Yes. And down on the ground, rolling back the other direction. Woo. You may not think this is doing much, but it is, especially if you're going from standing to the floor. That's kind of fundamental in my book, to be able to go all the way down and all the way up. Okay, of course, you can take it slower. Push up from the knees, step up. Use your hands if you want to, if you need to. Then you can raise here, come back down to the floor. There's several ways you can do that. You figure out your body and how you're gonna get down to the floor. And then rolling over. It's kind of fun. There's no real fire, so I'm thankful for that. And fire drill. That's what it's all about. Okay, nice. Now we're going to just have the kettlebell to wrap up here before we do a few more swings and things. So again, mid-racked here, and I'm just gonna rear lunge, just a basic rear lunge. So this foot is planted, the foot that goes back is gonna come back. This is a longer lunge, but you can choose long or short. And of course, if you wanna lose the weight and just practice your lunge, if you wanna just go by something to steady yourself, that is a smart thing to do too. Support yourself on the way up. And then what we do on one side, first we have to do on the other side. And if you're really into it, you can alternate. Just alternate back and forth for this time. And you can do about 10 on each side. We've already been doing knee bends. This is a different type of knee bend. We need to have the knee bends. We need to have the hinges. We're about to go into our last hinge set, and that's going to be 100 swings. And if you know various swings, actually, there are various swings. There's full mobility swing, and there's power swing. So just to remind you, the power swing is very similar, but we're just gonna shorten up the swing. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna go all the way to 10. And you can see the power swing is just shorter and snappier, and it's more concentrated in this area. So it doesn't come off the hips very much, but the butt is still clenching. You're still activating those glutes. And it just comes up here, so the elbows don't come all the way off, like in the full mobility. Now this is the full mobility swing. 4, I better count. I'm notorious for losing my count when I'm trying to talk at the same time. But I think that was 10. That's why you should count your own. Okay, so already got 20 swings under the belt. 80 more to go, but let's say we do 25 right now. Okay, you choose power or full mobility. Let's go for 25. I'm just gonna count. We're gonna focus on our proper form, perfect form. Shh. 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 Great, and after the bell goes back, then you can rest it right in front of you and release. Now, you may have heard me exhaling there. That's because we exhale in the exertion part of the movement. I'm never lifting the bell with my arms, but I'm using this ballistic force, explosive power, and then the bell just rises as an extension of my arms before it comes down. Okay, so we've done 45 swings. Let's actually, I'm gonna have to cut it off there so that you get 30 minutes in, and only 30 minutes. So I encourage you, if you can make it to 100, you can do it in little bites of 20, 25. You can do it in 10 bites of 10, however you wanna do that. But you can, if you've been doing it with the same weight for a couple months, then might be time to move up to a new weight incrementally. You know, don't just hop from a 10-pounder to a 25-pounder of a kettlebell. You might want to just have smaller increments as you're progressing. But that's how we progress. And I can talk more about that another time. But right now we're gonna reach up high to the sky on the toes, and then we're gonna bring these arms down. And thank you so much for watching this and joining me today. Hope you had fun. Now I'm going to tuck the chin, and I'm going to bring these hands down and trace. If you can do this against a wall, then you can really try to get each little vertebrae in your back to be rolling down one at a time, all the way down. And this is your chance to really embrace your body, okay? Embrace your body and appreciate it for what it's been doing for you these last 25, 28, now close to 30 minutes, because it's been doing a lot. Your body is amazing. You have amazing potential. You train, you keep on going. You train your mind and your body working together so that you can achieve what you want to, what you desire. And I'm here to encourage you in that, especially as it relates to mobility and strength, getting stronger and enjoying your quality of life. That's what I'm really passionate for you about. And little ways, you know, how your nutrition works in there too. Now I just want to go down on the floor one last time, and I'm gonna tuck this leg out. We're almost finished. We're gonna wrap it up, and I'm just gonna lean back on this opposite elbow. You can lean back on both elbows if you can, but if you might be a bit stiff, hopefully not after the work that we did, but you just lean back and feel it right there. And there's no need to go all the way to the floor unless you really want to and you like to do that. That's fine. But we're just feeling a nice, deep, good old-fashioned tension right in there. You can close your eyes and just breathe for a moment. Exhale. Before we move on to the other side, I'm just gonna turn this music down a tiny bit. Okay. And go down to the other side. So yes, that feels really good. Both sides to minimize the soreness. And yes, closing the eyes to relax. Relax and enjoy all those feel-good hormones that should be rolling through you right now because you did the work, okay? Hopefully you had a good level of intensity, and that's important too, to just recognize, what level of intensity should I be working at with, who I am, where I am right now with your body and your hormones and everything else, your stress level. We don't want to add stress to your life. There is a good kind of stress when we're stressing our body when we're exercising, but again, we don't want to have an imbalance of stress either. And now I'm just gonna take my shoulders back in a circle here, up and around, all the way up. I say often, please don't shrug your shoulders when you're doing this move or that move, but right now I do want you to take your shoulders high and back for your posture. And you can lace your hands behind you, and if you can also tuck your chin up without straining anything, and if you can lean back with your fingers laced and your arms kind of inside out, that's a great way to stretch your arms. And last thing to do, stretching our inner thighs, the hip flexors, and in this froggy stance, have the elbows in, but in a moment, let to tuck the head and sink into the floor. Ooh. And then you can bring your knees a little bit together and reach out in front. And that's how we're gonna finish today off. So thank you for joining me, and hope you have a great rest of your day or a great sleep if you're just finishing with this. See you next time.